Let's talk about the last couple of months then, because obviously the last time we spoke, I think it was What Is Life, Where's Laughter? Was that the single at the time, or was that was part of what you were doing?
Yeah, we'd worked with the venue King Tut's in Glasgow. We've got their own record label, and we'd played. We played a sold out show there, and
that was the release night for that.
Oh, that's what it was. So we'd played there a lot of times, and it kind of felt like our little home for playing shows, because we played so many gigs there in such a short space of time. That's how the whole connection came, with them offering to put out a single for us, and that really opened up the opportunity that we kind of find ourselves in now. Like, without them helping us the way they did, we would, I don't know, we'd probably still be, because the thing we did before that was like a self-released EP called Against from Colour, so we'd probably be in the same situation. So it was a massive help, that whole single, man.
And recently you recorded a cover of a Beatles track as well. Can I tell people what particular one it was you recorded?
Of course you can.
Let It Be, I believe. I think I've got that right. But tell us a bit about that. I mean, how did you? I haven't heard the track, so I don't know what slant you've given it. I mean, how did you approach that? Because I suppose if there's going to be a band in the world that you're going to cover, and obviously with the anniversary coming up, I can understand the significance. But what a challenge to try and cover something by the Beatles.
I mean, the hard thing about the Beatles is, I mean, I think I read somewhere that their songs are, well, as a band, they're the most covered band on the planet. Yeah. And the hard thing about covering the Beatles is because the songs are so timeless and classic that you kind of want to put your own spin on it, but at the same time, you know, you don't want to mess about the song too much, because it's total sacrilege.
They're easy to ruin.
To ruin it. You know, so I guess those songs, because they stand up so well in time on their own, the cover of Let It Be, it was not an easy cover, but you know, the song really lent itself to just being played well, I guess, because it's such a good song.
Well, I'm completely intrigued to hear it. I mean, I'd love to get a copy at some point, so we'll organise that.
I believe it's going to be available soon for downloading and those type of things. Yeah, exactly. We put it. You missed out, man. I feel really bad that you're saying that, because we put it up on, you know, Beatles Day, like the 9th of the 9th. We put it up for a day on our MySpace.
I didn't know.
That's okay. That's okay.
I'm going to have to speak to your plugger, because this is upsetting me slightly. I was very much looking forward to hearing a copy of that, but we'll sort it out.
It's a very straightforward cover.
Cool. No, but that's the difficulty, and that was what I was going to ask you, because as you mentioned, it's that kind of, you know, where do you go? Do you go for something different enough that people don't compare it too much, or do you go, you know, try to keep it?
It's kind of a respect thing as well with a song, especially with a song like Let It Be, because it's so, I mean, like, not necessarily the lyrics, but the music's so like heartfelt that if you try and like mess with that, you're probably, like Barry was saying, you're just going to ruin the song. So it was the one that kind of suited, I guess, my voice the most. And one of the hardest things about it was picking a song, because we've got so many good songs. We spent 2 days trying to pick a song, never mind record it. So it's cool, man. I hope you like it when you hear it. I'm looking forward to it. Let's talk about the EP, call it an EP, the mini album again, because obviously that's the important thing for you guys at the moment. I suppose once you're at the stage where you've released an album, there's a kind of sense of pride having done that, because it does take a lot to get to that stage. Yeah, definitely, man. It does. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird to be able to say, you know, we've got an album coming out. Makes you feel really, really lucky that, because there's so many bands, especially like, you know, like nowadays, because the internet gets used for bands so heavily, to get kind of, you know, to make it through that sort of barrier and be able to say, you know, we managed to put something out in the shops for real. It's really, really cool, man. Isn't it? We're going to do this all night, aren't we? We must be linked telepathically here. We're going to start exactly at the same time. You go first. Yeah, we'll finish each other's sentences. Absolutely. No, it's just nice that the record's finally coming out, because I mean, when you think of the life cycle of the record, it's not just, you know, we recorded it in March, but it's not just been since then. Like, the songs that are on the record have been like, some of them are like 2 years old now. Yeah. And that's how long the record's been in the making. So the fact that, you know, we've worked so hard for the last 2 years and we've finally been given the opportunity to put it out, it's amazing for us. It's like, you know, a bit of a landmark in our band. So I suppose quite nice as well to sort of put those 2 years of the work and the material
not to bed, but to actually have finally come to a point where you can say, right, well, we've done that, and now once this is over, once we've promoted this and we've got people buying it, we can move on and look at something else now.
Yeah, definitely, and it's cool because it's allowing us to kind of put a stamp on our band and kind of finally have our own identity and not always be compared to, you know, other Scottish rock bands, and to kind of like just get, like you're saying, like get this out of the way and then show like what else we've got to offer with our next record. And that's kind of the whole, although it's like 2 years in the making, it's like the starting point for us as a band. We feel it's like a kind of fresh start, getting it all out in the open.
How can people get hold of it, because it's out Monday, as you said?
Yeah, it's out on Monday, and it sounds like the dummy's answer, but it's out in record stores in CD format, and you can also download it off iTunes.
Yeah.
And there's a few, and if you're too lazy to go to the shops, you can order it online off like
Amazon or
Townsend
Records,
and a couple other sites.
HMV is the place to go.
Great.
It's going to be weird, man.
Yeah, but
I'm
that's...
going to buy one of my own just so I can...
Yeah, you've got to do it. And but what you should do is when you go up, just say, that's me. Just say it. You've got to say it. You said yourself you were confident. You know, you've got that confidence and belief, so you've got to do it.
Oh, man.
Now, we're looking forward to people's reactions to the record, not just the music, but all the artwork in the record is directed from, like, us as a band, and the visions there from our point of view as well. But the artwork's really intriguing. It's like this fold out package.
Oh, cool.
So we're kind of looking forward to people's reactions to that as well.
Brilliant. I'll look forward to seeing a copy of that as well. Before I let you go, I know you've got to get going to the venue quite soon. Briefly, let's talk about your Turning to John Wayne, which was the single that you just... It's out now. People can get a copy of it now.
It's online just now. It's available to buy digitally on iTunes, and unfortunately we sold out before the...
That's not unfortunate. That's fantastic. That's
for us,
yeah, absolutely.
Looking to get a copy, I'm sorry.
It's physically
impossible.
Yeah, we released a limited edition run of vinyl, 7-inch vinyl, and they sold out on the pre-sale.
Stupid, man.
So.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So if anyone who bought it, who's listening, thank you very much. But it's on iTunes.
And they've all got a copy of a nice limited edition vinyl, which is another important thing for a band, I suppose, to have a physical stamp and for people to be able to actually hold something in their hands, I suppose, especially in this day and age.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Remind us of the MySpace address. Remind us of where people can go online to find out about you guys.
People can go and check us out on, MySpace /Twin Atlantic. They can go on Pure Volume, find us. You can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, and many other internet-based facets.
Well, listen, enjoy the gig tonight.
TwinAtlantic.com.
It's funny. I say this every time. Everybody forgets about their own website. They talk about Twitter, Facebook, Bebo, and MySpace and everything, but everybody forgets that they've actually got a .com somewhere in there as well. Or a .co.uk. But make sure that people go along to that as well.
Absolutely.
Once again, thanks a lot for coming in. It's always great to catch up and to find out what you've been up to. The best of luck with the mini album and the single, which obviously is doing well, as we know. And we'll hopefully catch up the next time round when you're doing your world tour and you're doing your Scottish leg.
Look forward to it.
Brilliant.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.